So I've already made a couple of videos on the Aqueon filters. I've done an unboxing video and I've done an installation video. I highly suggest you guys watching those. I'm going to put them right here in the video. I'm also going to put them in the description below and at the end of the video. So I'm going to be setting up 2 Aqueon 5575s on my 125. The reason for that is a lot of different reasons I mainly talk about in the past videos. I've already got one running. Now the lighting on this tank isn't doing justice because the lighting's focused for me and not the tank. But I'm going to give you a couple of clips of the tank while I'm talking. My 125 gallon behind me is going to have a video that's dedicated to the tank itself, and I'm going to explain what happened to the plants in my aquarium. The short story of it is that I live in an area where water parameters always fluctuate. So I've installed a water filtration system on my house. So theoretically I shouldn't run into that problem again. I'm ready to aquascape my tank once more. And in the months that this tank's been absent from my channel, I've come up with an awesome aquascaping, and I can't wait to embark on that. It's developing very slowly. There's some plants in here now, just a few. I got Bacopa Carolina in here, Luigia repens, I've got Rotala Nagisan, Rotala indica, and I think I've got a few miscellaneous plants like Hygrophila SP Brown India and other ones. I chose the Aqueon 5575 because I was really reflecting on the history and the life of this aquarium. And when I was looking back at the peak conditions this tank was in, no disrespect to the Fluval FX6, but I had a Marineland Penguin and an Aqueon 5575 installed on the back of the aquarium. The reason for the success, I believe, all I had to do to clean these filters was pop the lid open, take it out, wash it off, or replace it. That's one thing you guys want to do. You want to take the chores that come with keeping an aquarium and make them enjoyable and easy to do. The more enjoyable and the easier they are, the more likely you are to perform them. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this thing. If you guys want a thorough breakdown of me unboxing this filter and installing it, I highly suggest watching those 2 videos I was talking about. So this filter comes in a nice clean casing. The unit is contained all in one. That's it. The filter is unboxed. Now we have a couple components in here. We have a strainer, and we have the tube that allows for different controls of depth. We have our bio plates, and we have our bio fall. And then you got your carbon pads in here. Then you're going to install them just like this. And the last thing in here is a splash guard for the inside of the filter, which goes just like that. A lot of people don't know where this little piece goes, and that's what this is. It just goes in right here to prevent splashing and to direct that flow more behind the filter pads. Then you've got your lid to the filter, and you got the inlet. And that's pretty much it. It's all to the filter right here. Now what I'm actually thinking about doing is taking this filter and the other filter. The other one's already seated, it's already cycled, it's been on my tank for a while now. I know the one that's on my tank right now could be put on another aquarium, and I could go through a mini cycle very quickly because that filter is already seeded with beneficial bacteria. So that's what I'm having an idea of what I'm going to do with these 2 filters. I just built a racking system. I got to put the finishing touches on there, such as the doors and maybe the cutouts for the filter on the back. But I was debating on what kind of filtration I wanted to go with on those 2 tanks. And one of the last videos, if not the last, was a video of me obtaining one of the 55 gallons that's on this tank. The other 55 gallon came from the same source that I got my Oscar from. And I apologize for not bringing that video to you guys yet. It is coming, and I can't wait to bring it to this channel. With that being said, I have 2 filters here, and I have 2 55s. I need to set them up. I want to get them cycled pretty quickly, and this is the answer to my problem. So without further ado, let me put these filters on there. I'm going to show you the power of each filter one at a time. I'm going to show you first the power of one filter alone. Then I'm going to install this filter and come back at you guys and show you the power of both running on the 125. Alrighty, here, just a guy putting a filter on the back of his tank. Nothing too crazy going on here, but check this out. Okay, I'm gonna hit the power switch right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, less than 8 seconds, and this thing has water coming out here. That's why I love this filter, because the pump is inside of the water column. That way you never have to prime these things. If power blinks, in which it will, the filter is going to take care of itself. It's also providing a lot of surface agitation. People overlook and forget about surface agitation. People with planted aquariums fear surface agitation, but surface agitation is one of the main things that are essential for a successful aquarium. Surface agitation is crucial, and that is one of the things that this filter provides. So I actually removed the bubble wall because, you know, it was sucking in air and that was a stupid idea. But this is before I put any Aqueon filters on this tank. This tank went to hell, as you can see. The Fluval FX6 is running right there. You can see some splashing. I just did a water change. This is the first filter I'm putting on the left. Right now I'm just taking the the filter pads out of their housing, and I'm moving them over to my little workstation. And these posters were actually given to me by Glowfish. The Glowfish company saw my video. If you want to see that, it's right here in the video on the how-to care guide I did on Glowfish, and they actually sent me some posters for a little thank you gift, and I greatly appreciate it. Glowfish, if you're watching, thank you. Big shout out to the company, nice people. So I loaded that filter pad with carbon. As you can see, that black stuff right there, that's just completely carbon, and that's what's for making the water clear. It's removing the tannins, and tannins is basically organic material that's dissolved in the water column. If I had a protein skimmer on this tank, then the protein skimmer would actually remove the organic buildup before dissolving the water column. But you can see this water is just absolutely horrendous. I mean, it is like tea soup. It's perfect for the Amazonian fish I had in this tank. If I threw some driftwood and some rocks in here, no one would call this an ugly tank. They would say it's an amazing Amazon biotope. The water chemistry has always been clean, and that's due to the dirt bed that I have in this aquarium. And you can see just less than 24 hours, the carbon has really cleaned this thing up. And I'm going ahead after the water change, I'm filling this up, and maybe I'll do a little how-to video on that little rig I made on the aquarium. That was inspired by Dustin's video, Gary Don't Carry. But you can see the tank is clean. It's crystal clear. Sure, the glass is dirty, but look at that before and after. The glass is dirty. There's, dead organic material in the glass I got to scrape off. But there is no comparison. Look, they hang on the back. The Fluval hang on the back was running, but there is no comparison on what we see. So as you guys can see, this tank cleared up a lot. The water is crystal clear. I got a little bit of a diatom bloom, but that's not a problem. That'll fade away. It's just a natural stage of the aquarium. But the Aqueon filters did their job, and I kind of did what I was talking about and migrated them over to different tanks. Okay, so this is for the people who actually stayed towards the end of the video. I actually moved the Aqueon 55s over to the 55 gallons I was talking about. This is a little sneak peek, the latest installment of Wayne's Fish World. This is also going to be one of the backdrops of one of my future videos coming up. But let's see what we got going on here. We've got an Aqueon 5575. This is the one that was on the left of the 125. That's running on this tank. It's seeding it. I have a few plants in here, nothing crazy. I just threw them in here to have something. Lonnie Holloway, if you're watching, bud, these are some of your swords that you're gonna get. There's some red Nisea in here, and for substrate, I just chose some black gravel. As you can see, I like blacking things out. Got dark hair, got a nice black mustache. Anyways, you gotta love the mustache. Everybody loves the mustache. Stand and tank is looking good. It's not 100% complete, but it's getting there. I gotta, put a little bit of trim work on here. That way I can hide that little white shimmer through, but it's a work in progress. I'm sorry I haven't brought a video to you guys in a couple of days. I've been extremely busy, extremely tired, and I just wasn't 100%. I got sick, so I didn't want to come at you guys when I wasn't feeling 100%. So I'm going to do one more video on these filters on my 125, and that's going to be talking all about surface agitation in the planted aquarium and how it can be a bad thing or it can be a good thing. And I'm going to go into that, debunk some myths, and talk about surface agitation, how it relates to a normal aquarium and a planted aquarium. But after that, we're going to be talking about the Aqueon 55s on a saltwater tank. Very simple installation. Well, maybe not so simple for me. I'm gonna make the chores easy and fun to do. The easier and more fun you make these things, this month.